Good afternoon, Professor Clary. This is my video demonstrating how my code works. So to get things started, I apologize if I sound a little rough. I am sick. I've got like a slight flu thing going on. But to get things started, I just want to show you up here. This has been kind of my workflow type deal, where it started with QA4. I tried to use I tried to use SMP or SMTP lib or whatever, and then like MIME text and then MIME multipart. That just created a whole bunch of issues. So I scrapped this and saved a few of the saved a few parts of it and moved it over to QA4A2. You may be wondering what the A part in the name means. That just means like what attempt it was. So this was my second attempt. This one used a SendGrid API key, and if I remember correctly, this one kind of worked. However, it only sent out like 3 headlines and it didn't summarize them at all. So I kind of scrapped this, moved on over to attempt number 3. This one worked pretty decently, as in I was able to bring in I was able to start using a news API, which was pretty cool. It would go ahead and like find news for you and send them, and then this one would it would build the email and then it would send the email, all that. And you'll notice none of these have a .env file yet, which is where I made my biggest mistake, is in I didn't start off making a program with a .env file. I thought that was something that I could add later, but I've kind of run into an issue. So I'm going to wait to show you QA4 attempt number 4. I'm going to show you attempt number 5 because this is the finalized version. This was the version that does have a .env file connected to it, as you can see over here. So up here at the top, this is where it basically imports all of the modules. This loads the .env file. This part sets up the API keys. This part fetches the news. Oops. This part summarizes it. This part creates the email content. This part sends the email via HTML. And this is just like the main code. So that's how it all pretty much works. However, the biggest thing I want to show you is that when I do run this code, it returns no articles found. So after trying to work with this little bit for like the past 2 days, I've made very little headway, and that I know is probably not that good. And the best explanation I can for it is that my news API key is not is either I've either overdone its usage or I've used it in 2 different programs, because it also exists within this program. And I don't know if that is an issue or not, because I'll show you in just a second. When I run attempt number 4, you'll see in a second. But this program, I imagine, if I were to turn it in and you were to set your own API keys for it, it should run, and you should be able to get to work for you. Because this version is able to be uploaded into GitHub, because the API keys are not part of the main code. But I do want to go ahead and show you QA4 attempt number 4. Okay, so this is the version I was working on. You probably remember when I sent you an email asking if I had to use GitHub, and that's because I was wondering if I could just turn this in, because this version does work. So I'm going to go ahead and run it. Wait for it. Boom, right there. Email sent, status 202. This is pretty much this code is pretty much the exact same as QA4 attempt number 5. However, you'll notice that the API keys are in there with the code. So when it runs, I do get the email. I'm going to show you the email that I got. So going over to my mail. See, I've tried to make like 3 different videos already, like showing this, and each one there's been like a small mistake. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick the top one. See, it sends the news. There's the headline. Here's a full summary of it. 3 different headlines. It works fine. However, I can't upload this into GitHub without having my API keys get shot down because I got like I remember I tried to upload it to GitHub on like a Friday night before I got sick, or no, Thursday night before I got sick, and all I got was an email from OpenAI saying that my API key has been not discontinued, canceled. My API key got canceled because it's a secret key. So yeah, so the program works, and the program that I'm going to turn in will probably work. However, I couldn't get it to. I can't get this version, this finalized version, to work completely, and I've completely run out of time. So overall, I just want to say thank you for such a great semester. It's been really enjoyable. Um, Hopefully, this is satisfactory enough for a good grade. It did work. The program did work. Sorry that the program that I'm turning in is not the exact working version, but it should work if you use your own API keys. Uh, yeah, thank you so much. Have a great summer, and thank you.